Days of Our Lives, DOOL, spoilers for September 22 suggest that Clyde Weston, James Red, was identified as the murderer after Nancy Miller, Patrika Darbo, admitted to Chad DiMera that he was wearing vanilla fragrance, Billy Flynn. This is how the DOOL drama played out, as Clyde also had a flashback that saw him stabbing Sonny Kiriakis, Zach Tinker. Clyde revealed a text he had received from his probation officer regarding a potential drug test at the bar. Clyde intended to be married today and humiliate Craig Wesley, Kevin Spurta's, while he was in town, but the only substance he needed was Nancy's love. Although Nancy was willing to have a wedding as soon as possible, she didn't want it to be for spite. Instead, Nancy preferred that Brady Black, Chloe Lane, Nadia Bjorlin, and Craig attend Eric Martsolf. That was acceptable to Clyde, who even offered that Craig may accompany Nancy down the aisle. Nancy was reassured by Clyde that he didn't want to ruin their opportunity at a relationship when he claimed he would take care of his drug test. On Thursday's episode of Days, Clyde declared, "Till death do us part." At the Horton residence, Jennifer Devereaux, Katie McLean, managed to evade Jack Devereaux, Matthew Ashford, by hiding her medication bottle until she could place it under Abigail DiMera's, Marcy Miller, picture frame. Leo Stark, Greg Ricart, was turned in, but Gwen Rizek, Emily O'Brien, dropped by and stated she didn't believe he was genuinely guilty. As a result, Gwen revealed Leo's hypothesis that Craig Wesley, Kevin Spurta's, was the murderer. Gwen departed as Jack went to the newspaper office because she genuinely hoped that justice would be served in some way. Gwen assured she wasn't judging Jennifer when she saw her with her pill bottle when she went back for her handbag. Gwen discussed her pre-Salem investigation and the fact that she was aware Jennifer was an addict. Back then, Gwen intended to harm Jennifer, but now she wanted to assist her. Gwen's attempt to win over Jack was thwarted by Jennifer, who declared that it was none of her business. Jennifer made it plain that Gwen shouldn't expose her, as she believed Jack would pick her over Gwen. Jennifer pledged to make sure Gwen never saw her father again if she revealed anything. When Jennifer told Gwen to get the hell out of her house, she appeared agitated. Craig met Leo in jail at the Salem Police Department and was horrified by his claim that he set him up. Craig denied killing Abigail and stabbing Sonny, despite Leo's accusations. Leo persisted in pushing, so Craig menacingly grabbed him through the bars. Sonny smelled vanilla before he was stabbed, and Chad told Rafe Hernandez, Galen Gehring, that he also smelled vanilla when hugging Craig in the interrogation room. Rafe agreed to research Craig despite having doubts about whether this would lead anywhere. After that, Rafe cornered Craig and pretended to be Leo's ex-fiancée in order to interview him. Rafe claimed that Craig was prepared to assist if he could because he knew Leo better than most people. Alex Kiriakis, Robert Scott Wilson, a hospital visitor, brought Sonny balloons, jelly beans, and a plush pony from the gift store. Alex reassured Sonny that this was only a temporary situation and that Victor Kiriakis, John Aniston, had essentially forced him into it when he was accused of trying to steal his job by Sonny. Stephanie Johnson, Abigail Klein, appeared seeking for a response after Sonny had collected himself and expressed his regret. A reporter was curious in a particular transaction and wanted to know why an LLC owned by Alex purchased a business before selling it to Titan right away. Alex claimed that he was attempting to help Sonny when he almost blew it, but Sonny recognized that Alex had been planning since before he arrived in Salem. Sonny expelled Alex from his hospital room after accusing him of being a second person plotting to stab Sonny in the back. Alex struggled with the balloons outside the elevator because he was also told to take his gifts. When Clyde ran across Alex, he addressed him as son and cautioned him to watch his step. "I am not your son," Alex yelled as Clyde walked away. Alex intended to give Stephanie his side of the story once he returned to the office. Stephanie questioned whether that aspect also constituted mistreating Sonny. Stephanie stated that she was Team Titan and needed to put an end to this before it escalated into a problem, contrary to Alex's assumption that she was Team Sonny. Stephanie declined Alex's invitation to lunch and thought their last drink together was a mistake. Chad ran into Nancy outside the bar and asked her about the vanilla cologne or aftershave he had noticed on Craig. Nancy claimed that Craig didn't wear anything similar, and if he had suddenly started, it would be a strange coincidence given that Clyde also wore vanilla-scented clothing. Day's viewers were reminded that Clyde was around when Chad flashed back to Craig's embrace. Back at the hospital, Clyde glanced through Sonny's window and remembered hiding behind Titan with a knife in the past. According to Days of Our Lives spoilers, Chad and Clyde are preparing for a significant clash shortly, so keep an eye on DOL. Visit CDL frequently for the latest Days of Our Lives spoilers, news, and updates.